Good morning, YouTube. Happy Thursday. It is your boy, Nicky Steez, back again. You see what's in front of me? Got the treadmill in front of me. So it's around 8:30 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, which means I'm going to start this day off right with an early morning workout. Get to it. So for those of you that are new to the channel, on this channel, mainly talk North American sports, particularly mainly the NFL and the NBA, particularly the Philadelphia teams, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Philadelphia 76ers. So if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm going to start off with an early morning warm-up on the treadmill. Then I'm going to go head to the gym, get my workout in at the gym, come back home. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. So stay tuned. All right, warm-up complete. All right, it's time to get going. We're going to be riding that bike to the gym and getting to it. So if you see, I'm still sweating from that workout, but let's get to it. As promised, I was going to talk a little bit about the Sixers and Ben Simmons. So last night, the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Boston Celtics 117-109. Joel Embiid put up 42 points. You also had Tobias Harris, we call him Busy Bias, put up 22 points. And Ben Simmons, he had 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 11 points in 33 minutes. But that's what I'm going to talk about, is Ben Simmons. We're at that point now with Ben Simmons. He's supposed to be the number 2 guy on the team. The main 2 guys on the Sixer teams are supposed to be Joel Embiid, number 1, and number 2, Ben Simmons. But when you look at it, I don't really see Ben Simmons as a number 2 guy. I don't. Last night, so in 33 minutes, he only got 11 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. It's okay, so he had a decent amount of rebounds and assists, but when you look at the team and the way the players play, especially throughout the season so far, you could definitely argue Tobias Harris looks more like a number 2 guy behind Joel Embiid than Ben Simmons at this point. And people still try to say Ben Simmons is young, he's young. Okay, he's at that similar point of Lonzo Ball where he's been in the league a few years. He's not really making any progression. And last night I noticed he also was close to fouling out. So he put himself in that position. People will point out he made the last 2 free throws to put the Sixers lead up put them points from 115 to 117 for the game. And yes, that is true. He did make those final 2 foul shots. And people will say, well, you can't judge solely off one game, and that's also true. But I'm using last night as an example because it's still fresh in my mind. But when you look at Ben Simmons as a whole, like you saw last night, there were points he didn't just always show the courage to shoot. And Ben Simmons, especially in fourth quarter situations throughout his career, especially recently, he's not taking chances. He's not taking the chances to make those plays that he needs to. He's not going out there and shooting and trying to be that number 2 guy. Because if he's really that number 2 guy and one of the top players, he should be taking the chances himself. He should be, when it comes fourth quarter time, taking chances. He should be shooting the ball to help his team, but he's not doing that. A lot of times he doesn't want to take that shot. He'll usually pass it off to someone else instead of going for it himself. Which when I see that, I'm like, this is supposed to be your number 2 guy, but he's not playing like it. Matter of fact, I'll use last night's game as an example while it's still in my mind. Dwight Howard, in the 15 minutes he played, he had 10 rebounds and 7 points. I mean, granted, Simmons did have more points, yes, but Dwight Howard, in only 15 minutes of play, which is about slightly under less than half of Ben Simmons' time, which was 33 minutes. But point being, though, Dwight Howard, for the time he played, he got more rebounds than Simmons, and he put up 7 points in only 15 minutes. I mean, so Dwight Howard, for the time he plays, looks more like a legit number 2 option than Ben Simmons. What I'm saying is, for the time Dwight Howard does get on the court, there are times he looks more legit like a number 2 guy for the team than Ben Simmons for the time they're on the court, is what I'm saying. Obviously, Simmons gets more playing time than Howard, but that's obviously part of my point. Ben Simmons, if he's really that number 2 guy, he should be outshining Dwight Howard. And I don't mean to turn this into a competition between Sixers players, but considering Ben Simmons does get more playing time, like I said, he should be outshining Dwight Howard significantly in the stat line since he's the number two guy. But he doesn't play like a legit number 2 guy. Because I don't buy long-term Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid as that, 2-man duo, that threat 2-man duo. Because you look throughout NBA history, John Stockton, Karl Malone, that was a legit 2-man duo. Kobe and Shaq, that was a legit 2-man duo before their egos clashed and before they had a fall off. And people will point out, well, it took Kobe and Shaq some time. Yes, it did. But eventually, as the time went along, Kobe got better every single year. And finally, by 2000, boom, they were that legit 1-2 duo. You also had other examples. LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, for the time they were together before they had a fall off, before Kyrie left, they were a legit 1-2 duo. And of course, you have plenty examples. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, they were a 1-2 duo. Point being, you saw these guys as legit 1-2 duos. Now, granted, not all of them. It didn't happen overnight, but eventually you saw it get the chemistry between them as teammates get better, and you saw it improve as time went along. But with the case of Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, I'm not seeing that. Matter of fact, you look at Ben Simmons' yearly stat averages. From his rookie season till now, they're pretty much consistent with each other. You're not seeing Ben Simmons' yearly average stats show improvement to him getting to that next level. He's not improving to that next level. And where are we at? Year 4 by now? I mean, he should be getting to that point where he's improving. His yearly stat average should be improving, not staying at the same level. You get what I'm saying? And some people will point out that, well, stats don't tell the entire story. And you're correct. To those people saying that, you're absolutely correct. They do not tell the whole story. With that being said, though, stats do tell a part of the story. And I truly believe in the case of Ben Simmons, they tell a pretty good story. If the average yearly stats are similar by year 4, year 5 to where they were his rookie year, it's telling a story that he's not improving and moving up to that next level that he should. I know a lot of Sixers fans are talking about trading Ben Simmons. I understand why you want to do that. And if you can get a good deal, you can work out a good deal, say, with the Wizards to get Bradley Beal, or work out a good deal with another team, then you could do that. We could talk more in depth about that in another video. But for this video, the point I wanted to make is when I look at Ben Simmons and the way he's been playing throughout this season, and using last night as an example while it's still fresh on my mind, I'm not seeing a guy that's moving up to being a legit star. I'm not seeing a guy that's moving up to that level of being a legit guy where you can take Embiid and Simmons serious as a 1-2 duo to mess with in the future. I'm not seeing Ben Simmons take those steps to get there, is the point I'm saying. So for the Sixers, congratulations on their victory last night against the Boston Celtics. We'll take the W. As far as Ben Simmons goes, I mean, he's at this point, it's year 4 now. He's got to step up. He's not doing it. He's not showing that improvement to get to the next level. And I personally don't see that desire for him to take it to the next level. I said he's still playing similar to the way he was when he started. He's not showing those signs of improving. So honestly, Ben Simmons, yes, he's a good defensive guy. He can get some rebounds at times. He can pass the ball and set up good situations for scores. But in terms of him being that guy, especially when it comes to him shooting the ball and taking chances and actually making shots and becoming that guy, I don't see him having the desire or the courage or going forward to do it. So I'll leave it at that. For those of you that watch this video, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Feel free to comment, leave me your thoughts on Ben Simmons, leave me your thoughts on the Sixers, and most of all, have a wonderful day. It's Nicky Steve signing off, and I will see you next time.